Hi, everyone. All right. So here we are. This is the final week of instruction for this semester. So here's how it's going to work. This week, you're going to be reading and seeing the video of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who is a very, very talented writer, but also a very highly intelligent woman who has a message to share with the world, really. So, what we have here is we've got a TED Talk where she has a discussion over the danger of the single story. And so pay attention to how she defines the single story, why it's dangerous, who tells these single stories, right? What is this danger? And then you're going to have a short story by her called Checking Out, which is going to be about a young man who is trying to stay in England, but there are problems with this, right? There are all kinds of immigration problems. And oh, by the way, he could be breaking the law just to stay in England. But she paints this in a way that you understand why he's doing it, right? You understand what his ultimate goal is. And he's a very sympathetic character and really an empathetic character if you want to know the truth. So you got her short story Checking Out. You've got her TED Talk. I don't have you doing like a paper or a project this week. I really want you to focus in. There's a reading quiz on the story. There's, I think, 14 questions on it. So you'll want to make sure that you read the story closely and answer those. But that discussion is really what I'm looking for. So for Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, there are some connections to authors we've read the last 2 weeks. She was born in Nigeria, just like Achebe was. And oh, by the way, she grew up in his old house. So imagine being a young child growing up in the house of a very famous author. Her dad was a professor. Her mom was an administrator at the local university. And she's going to paint a picture of Nigeria that's not the same that mainstream media is going to paint for you. And she'll talk about that in the TED Talk. She also, I think this story of the danger of the single story is similar to Rushdie's exploration of, how do you define somebody from a certain place, right? So Rushdie tried to define what it's like to be a British Indian author. And she is trying to say, hey, look, Nigerians, are not dying of starvation, or, not all of them are. But hey, Nigeria has modern hospitals. It has modern cities. People drive cars, right? Now, are there problems in Africa? Of course, she's going to acknowledge those. But she's also going to say, hey, this story that's being told here in America about what life is like in Africa may not be accurate. In fact, because she lives in Nigeria still part-time, it's not accurate. So I think it's exciting to finish up our semester with an author that's still living, an author who's still young, right? Rushdie's still alive, but he's in his 70s. She's in her 40s. So she may be younger than one or two of the students in this room for all we know. She's younger than I am. So we got that going on. I can tell you, the discussion question asks what you think the central message is. And I can tell you what I think it is, but I want to hear what you have to say, right? Because I think your interpretations are going to be different from mine. And, I may jump in the discussion board maybe Thursday or Friday and give you my interpretation. But I want you by Wednesday to have seen this video and to have given your interpretations on the discussion board. And I really look forward to seeing how, different students, what message different students get out of this video. I think it's going to be exciting to see that. So we're going to finish up the instruction this week. I do want you to remember next week, because it's Thanksgiving, there will be no classwork. I think the school wanted me to provide some, but I think that, take a week off. The final exam, which is only going to be over the 20th century. It's not going to be over anything but the 20th century. That will be the week after Thanksgiving. But you'll have to take that exam, I think, by that Thursday. I'll make another video to verify that. So do bear in mind, the due dates for everything this week will be this coming Sunday. But the final exam will only be during the final exam period, which is not the whole week. It's only a portion of the week. So be aware of that when the time comes. So that's all I have for you. I think this is going to be a great way to end the semester as far as instruction goes. And again, I'm really looking forward to reading these discussion boards and seeing what your thoughts are.